Hello everyone, my name is Christine. I help people navigate through difficult life transitions, trauma healing and transformations. And today I thought I'm going to continue a bit about how to even start trauma healing. It's very, very important to establish a vertical connection before doing any kind of healing work. And to be honest, I think it's a very, very good idea to do that anyway, every morning after waking up. And what I mean with that is simply because we're just so used to be externally oriented. I mean, either relationally, maybe you have a partner or a family, and the first thing you do is you orient towards them. How are they? What do they need? Talking, doing stuff before you even check in within yourself. Or maybe you grab your phone first thing in the morning and you are flooded with external information, and in case you still watch the news or read them, or you are very active in social media, then it's not just being flooded with any kind of external information, it's being flooded with really quite low vibrational energies. And so before you even feel yourself, before you even connect with yourself, you get already kind of contaminated by the outside world. So that's number one, that it's very, very, very important, starting trauma healing or not, to first really connect with yourself before you let the outside world get to you. That already makes you much more stable. So just maybe sit down somewhere quiet and just tune into yourself and just feel yourself and just take a few deep breaths. Maybe in your heart, maybe very good in your lower abdomen, in your belly, in your womb area. And feel your sit bones on the chair, the tailbone, the hips, the pelvis. And feel your feet on the ground. Just feel yourself within your body with breath and with touching the chair, the ground. And maybe breathe a couple of times into your heart and into your lower belly. And then with establishing the vertical connection. Some people do it first like this. Some people do it first like downwards. I first ground myself because I have such a history of being very ungrounded, of being all up there. So if you have that, if you're like quite ungrounded, if you have a bit of a disconnection with your body, with the earth, and you're all somewhere up there in your mind, or it's a very good idea to first ground yourself. And you can do that just by focusing on your feet, and just imagine you just grow roots out of your feet down into the earth. All the layers and layers and layers and layers down, 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 and then feel yourself grounding into the core of Mother Earth. And I'm not going to tell you how that's supposed to look like, how the colors are supposed to be, because I don't really like it when I go to classes and they tell me it's this color and that thing and it looks like that. It's up to you. Just have the intention to connect with the high vibrational earth, with the heart of Mother Earth, not the old one where all the karma is and all the old imprints of this crazy world we live in, the wars and everything, but that pure core of Mother Earth, of the purest love and nurturing energy, and just feel yourself grounding into that. You can anchor your roots in there. You can merge, you can wrap it around the core of Mother Earth, however it comes to you. And just breathe a couple of times into this. And then if you like, you can breathe that up and imagine it's like this very nourishing, beautiful light or energy coming up. And you can breathe it into your entire body. You don't have to, but just feel that connection with the earth. Feel that you're held. Feel that you're supported. Feel that you're anchored in that loving, supportive Mother Earth energy. And then you've already established that grounding connection. And then you can again focus on your body, on your heart. And then you just basically go up with your awareness out of the top of your head, up, 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 with the intention to connect to your own, and whatever you want to call it, to your own soul, higher self, I am presence, highest, purest being, and to your source, like to divine source, the universe, God, whatever you want to call it, and however you see it. But just imagine that beautiful light basically coming down like a pillar of light, down, 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 here through your crown, all the way down, filling up your heart. And if you like, you can even send that pillar of light down from the heart into the belly and the lower body and the feet, and down all the way into the earth again. And then you can ground that pillar of light that is your light stream, your soul source connection. You can ground that into Mother Earth. And if you still feel like it, you can just sit in this and breathe it in and fill yourself up. And you're already really good and really connected and really protected with that pillar of light. But if you want to take it even a step further, then you can imagine that these lights of Mother Earth, of the core, of the heart of Mother Earth, and your own soul stream, your own soul light, source light, they merge down there, and you can then breathe that up, and you imagine a bubble of light all around you, like a sphere or a bubble that protects you from anything that is not aligned. And I have to mention a little caveat here. It's, if you just start this work, I mean, I started to put like layers and layers of protection shields around me, and energetically, I mean, in a way, it does help to protect you from anything new coming in, but anything that is already there will just not magically like dissolve. Like, you still have to do your inner work, because whatever is inside, whatever unhealed trauma, unhealed wounds, lower frequencies, that is already there. It's in your, wherever, in your mental body, in your emotional body, in your, wherever it is, and you will still attract situations, circumstances, or people that mirror that back to you, probably with triggers, or to make you aware, to then look there, what's there, and to start your healing work there. So any kind of bubble of protection will not just magically make that go away. So that needs to be said. But if you are very ungrounded, and if you tend to attract difficult situations, difficult people, it's a very good idea to set that bubble of protection, and you can do more elaborate ones. Maybe I do another video where I talk about just that. But that's just like an additional thing for that, establishing the vertical connection. And it may seem like a bit, a bit woo-woo, a bit what is that, especially if you come more from like an intellectual or cognitive, mind-centered belief system or perspective. But yeah, I just encourage you to do that first thing in the morning, and especially when you are about to embark on any kind of trauma healing or inner work or transformational work. Just because whatever will happen from here on out, take your soul and your heart on board and make sure that you are grounded into the earth. And with establishing that vertical connection, especially every morning, and if you like, whenever you do any kind of healing work, any kind of meditation, anything, emotional healing work, then you're sure you're protected, and you're sure you are connected. You're connected to your own core. You're connected to your own source. You connected to your heart, and this will also help you to, especially when you breathe into your heart and you feel into your heart, it will all help you with that healing work that is about to come. Because otherwise, it's very, very difficult when you don't work with your own source, with your own soul, if you don't believe that you have one. If you're very, very, very rational, logical mind, then yeah, it's difficult. Let's just put it like that. It's still possible, but I would really, really encourage you to take on board the spiritual and the soul level, because just on that level alone, there is a lot of stuff there. For example, I talked about it. There could be soul contracts. The soul remembers past lives and knows about intergenerational or ancestral trauma. And if you connect with your own soul and with Source, God, the divine, whatever you want to call it, you make sure that you have the highest and purest connection. And it also helps you to be more in tune with your own intuition, with your own guidance. You're basically establishing your true north. Like, imagine you're just stranded on a small boat in the middle of the ocean and the wind is blowing from all directions, and you don't know how to navigate it, like you don't have a compass. So that basically is establishing your inner compass, your own true north. And your true north is your own soul connection. And because your soul is, of course, connected to Source, to the divine, to the all that there is, it's a part of it. Like a flower petal is one with the flower, that is your relation with your soul, and therefore the Source, the everything, the universal consciousness. I mean, whatever you want to call it. And even if you're skeptical, you don't have to. I'm not telling you to believe this or that or to become spiritual and God knows not religious. That has nothing to do with that. Absolutely nothing. I still would encourage you to just be open. You don't have to believe anything, but just be open. That you might have a soul and a higher self and a Source connection, and just with your intention, just connect to that. Connect to it, pillar of light, heart, and then down the connection into Mother Earth and ground yourself. And that already changes. Just that alone, even before you start any inner healing work, that alone changes things. Because it aligns you. It aligns you with your own axis of truth, with your own Source connection. It helps you to open the heart. And you're gonna need some love, some unconditional love and compassion especially with yourself, when you start to do any kind of inner work, healing work, inner child healing especially, you're gonna need some love for yourself, of course for others, but first and foremost for yourself. So that really, really helps. That is what I would recommend doing. Maybe I can do a guided meditation and in some other video, but yeah, just try this for now. It doesn't have to take long. I'm not telling you to do like 1 hour in the morning of complicated meditations and breathing and whatnot. Everything I just said can be done in a few minutes, really. But just make sure that you're not just here in the mind and you're trying to visualize everything correctly. It's more important to feel it. It's more important to feel it in your body, in your heart, in your belly, in your feet. It's more important to send your awareness down to ground and then up and feel that connection, feel that pillar of light. And if you can't feel it, if you can't see it, that's totally okay, because just the awareness and the intention is enough. Don't worry about if you can't visualize anything. And in the beginning, you will not be able to feel much in your body. That's absolutely normal. It took me many, many years to even feel anything. And if your heart, for example, feels heavy or constricted, that is also very, very, very normal. That's totally okay. So don't worry about any of these things. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just start imperfectly. So that already will start shifting things. And it's kind of the prerequisite for doing any kind of safe healing work, emotionally, spiritually, anything at all. I would recommend to start doing this in whatever way, shape, or form. You can do your own modifications. But that's like the basics, what I just explained. Yeah, that's it for today. I hope that was helpful. You can start trying. If you like, you can leave me comments how it worked out for you. And I am excited for you, and I'm happy for you. And I want to tell you that you are very, very, very courageous, and give yourself some credit for even watching this and for having the intention to start your healing work. This is amazing. And it will eventually, of course, it will make your life much, much, much better. So yeah, big shout out to you, and I hope you have a great day. See you next time. Bye bye.